Hey y'all, Shay here. Thank you so much for joining me today for this week's Whip and Chat. What these videos are, WIP stands for Work in Progress. So go ahead and pull out whatever you want to work on for the next, I normally go for about an hour. We'll see how it goes. I'm gonna work on my diamond painting. We're gonna catch up. I'm just gonna let you know what's been going on with me for the last week and some upcoming stuff. And then let me know, make sure that you let me know how you guys are doing. We're gonna talk about more of that in a second. Just kind of get a mental health check-in. So we'll cover that in just a second. Let's just work on our whips and then we'll catch up. Okay, so first things first, go ahead and grab something to drink if you'd like. I've got my coffee. It is, let me see, gotta let y'all know what day and time it is. I try to do these on Wednesdays, but this week didn't work out. So it is Thursday for me and it's Thursday for y'all if you're watching this the day it comes out. It's 9:48 in the morning. So I do have my coffee, okay. I was like, get that. Oh, shush, my watch didn't like that. And then I'm trying to eat a little bit of breakfast. Got hard-boiled egg, cinnamon toast with some butter. Yeah, I kind of just brought my breakfast to my craft room and was trying to take some notes from what happened this past week because I didn't have any notes written down. Actually, I had one note from what happened last Thursday from the last time we talked, and then the rest of the page was blank. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna forget if I don't write something down. So I just kind of sat here for a few minutes and jotted down a couple bullet points. So hopefully I don't forget anything. It's been, yeah. Okay, so before we get into all the chatting, I can't wait to talk to y'all. Let me show you what I'm working on today. I am working on a diamond painting from Diamond Art Cub. It's called Matchmakers Maze, and it's by Mandy Manzano. Very, very pretty. I am, actually, it's upside down right now. So I'm working on it like I'm right here where the flower is. I'm on the very bottom row. Actually right here, yeah. So I flipped it over and then I start working on the other half upside down. So yeah, it's a 56 by 56 centimeter or 65 by 65, and it is a square. Thought it'd be really cool for Valentine's Day. So yes, we'll talk about Valentine's Day in a sec. What else am I using? I do have, and everything's listed down below, all these things I'm using. So if you're interested, definitely go check them out. This is my Enablers Outpost pen. Love it. And then in my single placer, I do have micro glue dots. And then in my multi-placer, I love a 7. That's my favorite one. And I've got Chit Putty from Enablers Outpost in cinnamon scent. And then what else am I using? My tray is from Bella Art de Nicole. Okay, it's one of their 3D printed trays. And then I am using Elizabeth Ward storage containers. I've got 2 of those going because there are 65 colors, so quite a bit. All right, I think that's all the things I'm using. So let's just get into it, okay? Let me grab a color and we will just jump right in. I have been looking forward to this. I didn't want to put it off any longer. I was kind of feeling the need and the want to talk. And I was like, okay, I need to do this now before my mood changes, right? Y'all, I've been struggling. I am not gonna lie. I have been struggling. I don't know what's going on. I mean, I think it's a multitude of a bunch of little things, or maybe not little things, but a bunch of things all at once. But at the same time, you almost don't even know what's wrong. It's really weird. But I have been in a funk. I was a slug yesterday. I didn't do anything. So today I was like, okay, pull yourself together. I mean, I had to have a talk with myself this morning after I dropped my daughter off at school. I was like, okay, you can do this. You've got to do this. Pull yourself together. You know, I had one of those like I needed like some motivation, and I was like, where am I going to get this? No one's going to make me do anything. I've got to choose to be happy. I've got to choose to do something today and feel like I'm accomplishing something and not feel like a slug. So yeah, y'all, I don't know what's going on. I mean, again, there's like I said, a lot of little things maybe that are just kind of piling up, and I don't know, but I did not feel like filming this yesterday, and I really try to do these on Wednesdays, but if I'm not feeling it, I'm not gonna do it. You know, I want to do these the right way, but at the same time, I almost thought about not doing it this week and just putting up a community post saying, you know, hey, I'm not gonna do a whip and chat this week, but I thought, wait, I probably maybe need to talk some of this out. Maybe it'll help me. I also feel like, and I've been told before, which means a lot to me, more than you know, that I help you guys, you know, and I want to do that. I don't want to just leave you hanging, and I want to give you some company. I want to find out how you're doing, because you might be in the same boat as me, you know, and maybe we can pull each other out of it and pull ourselves together, you know. This morning I was like, okay, I'm going to brush my teeth, you know, like some of the basic stuff, y'all. My husband's out of town all week, and I just feel like I kind of get in this, you know, who cares, you know, what I look like, what I smell like, what, you know, all the things. I'm like, okay, brush your teeth, make your bed, do the dishes, because the dishes are disgusting. We have no more forks left in the kitchen because they're all dirty. My daughter had to eat breakfast with a spoon this morning. It was like a breakfast bowl, like a frozen one. You're supposed to use a fork. I mean, y'all, it's just, I feel like the wheels are falling off, you know? And I just laid around most of yesterday and just was on my phone. And I felt like shit at the end of the day. I was like, okay. So this morning I was like, you got to do something different today. So I got dressed, I brushed my teeth, and I did shower yesterday. I did do that. I showered and colored my hair at least, but that's all I did. And that was a lot just to get that done. So I got dressed this morning, brushed my teeth, made my bed, did the dishes, and I was like, okay, I feel like I got some breakfast, got my coffee. I was like, all right, so I'm going to do my whip and chat now. And then after I do my whip and chat, I'm going to let it process, and then I'm going to go to Costco, and I'm going to get some waters, you know, because my husband comes home tonight. That's another thing. I'm like, okay, my husband comes home tonight. He's been out of town all week. I need to like pull things together, you know, get my act together here. So I was like, I'll go to Costco, get some drinks and get some stuff that we need. And then hopefully when I come back, the video will be done processing and I can post it up for y'all. So I had to have a plan, because yesterday I was a wreck. I had just a mess, y'all. So let me know, are y'all feeling the same way? I don't want to be Debbie Downer. I don't want, and I'm not saying all these things to be like, oh, you know, I don't want a lot of like, oh, you know, I'm not looking necessarily for y'all to make me feel better. Yes, I am, but I'm not. You know what I mean? I just want to be able to talk it out and to let you know honestly how I'm feeling and kind of what's going on with me right now. And I am wondering too how y'all are feeling. You know, I wonder if you're feeling the same way, because not everything is always rosy, and I don't want to pretend like it is, you know, because it's not okay. You know, I was feeling down in the dumps yesterday, and I was listening to some whip and chats, and it just seemed like everything was great in that person's world, and I was kind of jealous, and I was like, gosh, why, you know, and it made me feel worse. I was like, you know what, it's not always going to be all rosy, you know, but I also don't want to make anybody feel worse, you know, so I just want you to know that I'm here. I'm not, you know, we're all going to have those days, that time, those seasons of just not feeling good, but I really do believe that obviously it's up to us, right, within ourselves to, you know, put our big girl panties on and our big boy panties on, our underwear, and, you know, just, God, pull yourself. So I had to tell myself today, do what you got to do. You know, I really had to have like a you know, like a pep talk with myself. It's so weird. I'm like, what is going on with me? So I'm here, y'all. I'm glad you're here. So if you are new to my channel, thank you so much. I have noticed I got some new subscribers recently, and I think it's because of Mermaids and Magic, which we'll talk about that in a sec. I just had to get all this other stuff off my chest and just let y'all know where my head is, kind of what I'm dealing with. You know, gosh, we just get in a funk, you know, we just do. And I'm kind of feeling better just talking about it out loud. And again, I hope I can, I always want to be here for y'all. I always want to help you out. That's one of the reasons why I have this channel, is because the community aspect and how we can help each other. That's, you know, so important to me. And I never want y'all to feel like you're alone, because if you're feeling the same way, we can do it. You know, if you haven't showered, go take a shower today. You know, take your medicine. You know, I had to take my medicine today, and I just had to like just pull myself together. I don't know how else to describe it, but I just felt like, okay, stop being like, you know, stop being all, yuck. I don't know, y'all, but yesterday was not good. So, all right. I hope I didn't bring anybody down. That's the last thing I'm going to do. I just wanted to do you know, a little check-in. So make sure, if you're comfortable enough, in the comments down below, let me know what y'all are up to, how you're feeling. Are you really okay? If you're not, you can always send me a private message if you want to. I'm here. You know, I may not be able to, you know, I don't know. Some people reach out, but a lot of people don't. So, I mean, if you do, I always say I don't feel like I'm going to be able to get to everybody, but I always normally do. So that's why I'm here, you know. But we do have to take care of ourselves, you guys. We really, really do. I just wish I had some like motivational quotes to help us, you know. The only thing I could do is just like, okay, press record, talk about how you're feeling, you know, it could help somebody else and maybe it'll help me too. So I'm here for y'all, you're here for me. That's how I see this, you know. I hope y'all can even see what I'm working on. Okay, so let me see. So that's that. I didn't want to bring anybody down, but yeah, that's kind of, but I'm already feeling better, you know, talking it out. But yeah, I just wanted to feel some normalcy, and doing these whipping chats and doing videos are, you know, are normal for me and what I'm used to doing. So, all right, where are we at, y'all? So let's rewind and let's kind of talk about where we left off. Last week, I did my video last Thursday. So last Thursday, I was asked by Anthony with Single and Placing, who I love his channel. He's great. If you haven't checked him out, I'll have him linked down below. And he heard, you know, Craftably's call for help, right? Which a lot of us did, if you're not familiar. I also talked about it in my last whip and chat, which I wanted to thank y'all very, very much for everybody that donated, went and bought things, which Craftably is still having a sale. And if you're kind of new to what's going on, I'll just kind of tell you real quick. Craftably is a very small family-owned business, a diamond painting company with also, you know, they have arts and crafts supplies. And they're amazing. And I've become friends with them. They live near me. And they put a video out last week, just kind of letting everybody know the state of their business and that, you know, they had a rough 2022 and they needed some help and they were going to be having a big sale, and anything we could do to help them out so they could stay in business, you know, was going to be, you know, obviously appreciated. So you know, everybody kind of spread the word, and I started a little fundraiser for them, which is still open. If anybody wants to donate, it'll be down below. It's my Ko-Fi link, and everything that goes to that is I send to them. So, but yeah, so a lot of creators wanted to show their support and help them out. So Anthony decided to do a live on Thursday night, and you know, have, you know, different people come on, and you know, just people talk in the chat about their experiences with Craftably, and just kind of a really awesome, like, supportive, you know, we love you, Craftably, and we're here for you, you know, pop-up live. And it was awesome. So he asked me if I would be interested in joining, and I'm like, absolutely. So I got on there. We, you know, got more donations, more sales. They're doing so much better. I watched a live last night on Crafts with Crashly. She did a live and she had them on as a guest, and they kind of did a update of how things were going, and they were able to pay off some bills, and they're going to be able to, I think they're going to be able to stay in business, y'all. So I'm so, so happy. So again, thank you to everybody that purchased something on the website from the store, that donated, that just spread the word, that send prayers, you know, comments, everything. Really, really do appreciate it. They are the nicest people. And again, I think they still have some things available on their website. I think they're pretty cleaned out, but so that's awesome. You know, that's what we wanted. But, oh, I just hit the camera with my head. Sorry, y'all. I was looking for a color. I'm having to stretch a little bit. So yeah, so he did that live and he had me on, and it was really, really fun. And everybody was so supportive, and it was just, you know, it's amazing what we can do when we all, like, you know, just come together and help somebody out that needs help. So I'm just so proud to be part of this community. And I can say that I'm part of an awesome community that is really rallies around, you know, people or companies or anybody that needs help. And that's what you do. Y'all are there for everybody. So yes, so that was a fun live. And so we did that. And then, so that's the only notes I have down for the week. That I went with live with Anthony, and then I found poop in the shower. That's the only notes I had written for this week, y'all. What the heck is going on? Okay, so let me tell you about the poop. I know y'all are dying to know. So, for those of you who might be new, I do have a puppy. So I do have a little recap of me. I live in Texas, Dallas, Texas, 48 years old, stay-at-home mom, 3 kids, 3 dogs, hamster, What else? I think that's it. And so Ollie, our little puppy, is 15 weeks old. So he's pretty little. He's only about 4 months old. And he, you know, he's having accidents. You know, we're going through all the potty training crap, y'all. Really, it's crap. It's bad. I keep thinking it's going to get better, but I'm like, is it really getting better? He's still having a lot of accidents, and we're constantly taking him out and, you know, rewarding good behavior and all that stuff. Anyways, so, you know, I'll walk in a room and I'm like, I smell poop. Did you go poop in here? And I'm constantly like thinking I smell poop, or, you know, I'm afraid I'm going to step in something or a puddle. And I'm walking all around the house and I can smell it, y'all. I'm like, okay, where did you go? And I'm looking at all the usual spots, right? Behind this and behind that. I'm walking around the entire house on Thursday and I can't find anything. And I'm like, okay, maybe someone just farted. I don't know. You know, we have 3 dogs. I'm like, whatever, just, y'all. So I was looking, I was like, you know what? I guess I am just smelling things and I'm just going crazy. It's in my mind now. I'm always like paranoid about it. So I go to the master bathroom in our bedroom, and I go to use the bathroom, and I'm sitting there on the pot, and I just look over for a second and I can look inside the shower. The shower door's open because I had taken a shower that morning, I think. And I looked over and there's a pile of poop in the shower. Yeah, I started laughing. I was like, are you kidding me? That's a new one. I mean, at least it wasn't on the carpet, right? Hope I'm not grossing anybody out. I'm sorry, y'all. It's just like part of my world right now. I'm like, poop, you know, it is what it is. But yeah. And I was like, okay, he got me on that one. So he actually went in the shower. So yeah, found that. And I was like, okay, because I was like, I'm going crazy. I know it's got to be somewhere. And yep, that little booger, he's something else, y'all. Good news about him, little Ollie update. He is sleeping through the night. So I will take those wins, right? I feel like I'm always focusing on the negative and all like the bad things that are happening. But I think sometimes we just have to go, okay, it could be worse, or, you know, what is improving? And he is actually, you know, he was getting up like 1 and 2 times during the night, and that was hard. It's the last thing you want to do in the cold is get up and take a dog out. So yeah, he's able to sleep through the night now. So I guess that means he can hold it longer. So maybe, you know, the potty training and all the accidents will kind of slow down. So yeah, just kind of have to anticipate, you know, after he's ate or drank something, that's going to happen. So I'm constantly just watching him. But he's chewed on some things, you know, ruined some things, just all the puppy stuff. So I am definitely going to be happy when he outgrows all that. So, but he is so cute, you guys. Oh my gosh. He's a little Frenchie. I don't know if I told you all that, but he's a little Frenchie, little French bulldog. And he's just so cute. You know, he's just like this little smushed face, little fat, pudgy, stocky little thing. He's so cute. Yeah, I'm loving him. He's really fun. All right, so that's an Ollie update. What else, y'all? So Friday, I don't remember. I normally write notes for every day, but nope, not this week. Couldn't do it, y'all. Kind of just bullet pointed the rest of what I was going to talk about. Let's talk about Sunday, my live on Sunday. If y'all are new and you want to join me, I have a live stream on Sundays at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. Anyone and everyone is welcome. Just hop on in. You don't have to say anything if you don't want to. You can just listen. You can work and work on a project and just, you know, treat it as you can join in on the conversation. It's really, really fun. I do try to have guests from time to time to introduce, you know, new people into the community that, you know, I may have just found, or maybe, you know, I can help out in some way. So that's what I try to use that platform for, is to introduce some new folks. And she found me, Cindy with Diamond Painting Fanatics. So it's still up if you want to go check it out. Just go watch the replay. It's on the channel. She was my guest. And how she found me. So I was following her on Instagram for a while and love all her stuff. And she's in the UK. And I really didn't know much about her, but she popped into my live a few weeks ago. I was like, oh my gosh, I recognize that name. So I thought it was so cool that she joined the live. And then all of a sudden, during that live, she sends me a private message, and she's like, I want to donate to your event in March, to Mermaids and Magic. I was like, what? So she has a diamond painting company. So she has a YouTube channel. She has so many things going on, y'all. I love it. That's why I wanted to have her on, because she's just so cool. And she loves the craft. And when I see that in people and I see their heart is into it and they love it as much as, you know, I do and we do, I want to share them with y'all so you can also experience them and, you know, get so much good stuff. And she has a YouTube channel, and then she has a diamond painting company, and it's called Dainty, I believe. So I'll have her link down below. It's Diamond Painting Fanatics. She has a Facebook group, Instagram, but she does have some licensed artists, and that's why I wanted to have her on and talk about her company. She has some Jasmine Beckett Griffiths on there, and for those of us in the US, she does ship to the US. So I was really excited to hear that. I need to order a painting from her. I'd like to experience her paintings. So yeah, I'm looking forward to doing that. But yeah, she was really cool. We had a few technical difficulties at first, but we figured it out. So if you do watch that replay, I do apologize. There's like a little bit of echo and like sounds like some potato chips crunching a little bit, but then we get it figured out. So yeah, it's real life, y'all. It's live, right? Speaking of lives, I'm kind of thinking I might not go live this Sunday, only because I am heading over to Craftably on Saturday. Because of course, you know, they got, which I haven't even talked about, they got over 1,000 orders from y'all from their sale. So they are so busy. And I had told Michael that I was willing to help, and we kind of talked about when and where, and he said, you know, Amy was going to be there on Saturday, and of course that's a good day for me because I don't have to pick up kids from school and I can be there longer because they're about 45 minutes from me. So yeah, I'm going to go Saturday. And so I think I'm going to do a pop-up live from Craftably. What do y'all think? Would you like that? It came up last night in Crafts with Crashly's live. Like I said, Craftably was on there as a guest, and someone brought up the fact that they would like to see them, you know, do a live and do, you know, actually show them working and kind of how the process is and everything that's involved in it. And I thought, oh, I'm going to be out there on Saturday. Maybe I do that instead in lieu of doing my live on Sunday. So we'll kind of play it by ear, but I think that's going to be my plan if it works out. I've actually never gone live remotely before, like from my phone. I've always just done it from my craft room or from my backyard. But I don't know. I wonder how that's going to work. I'm just going to take a quick little coffee break real quick, y'all, before it gets cold. So yeah, let me know down in the comments what y'all think, if you would like that, and if that's something you're interested in, and if you would, you know, get a kick out of that, and if it would be fun to kind of, you know, if it works out, which I think I can do it. I can test it. I mean, I have everything on my phone, I think, so I think I can make it work. But my mother-in-law, who is also a diamond painter, you probably have seen her in my chats and stuff. Her name is Holly. She's amazing. She, like I said, she's a fellow diamond painter. She's helped me before with Craftably, and she said she could come with me. And so she's going to come over Saturday morning around 8:30. And then we're going to stop at Starbucks, get a coffee, maybe grab something to eat, and then we're going to head over there. And then Alyssa, who's another friend of mine in the community who I've never met before, I've just talked to online. She lives in the area, and when she gets off of work, she is going to head up there in the afternoon. So I'll be able to get to meet her, and then there might even be some other folks that are going to try to come up and help. So yeah, all hands on deck. If you are local and you live in the Dallas area and you are interested in helping them, just shoot them a message, or myself, and just to give them a heads up that you're coming, and that way they know. But they're definitely, you know, open to like anybody helping out. Just give them a heads up that you're coming, right? So that's all. So if y'all are interested and you can make it, that would be great. They basically, the way Michael positioned it to me is like they're everything in the warehouse is pretty much going, you know, they got really cleaned out, which is awesome. So yeah, they need all the help they can get. It sounds like they're running a little low on toolkits. So from what I understand, I don't need toolkits, and I know a lot of us probably don't. If you've ordered from Craftably and you don't want a toolkit, I think you can just message them on, like, they have Instagram, Facebook, you know, email. I think they'd rather that instead of you calling them, because they're trying to, you know, they're busy trying to get orders out. And they said if you just, I think they said, and they also did a post, I need to reread that. that if you just message them and say that you don't need a toolkit, then that would probably help them out. So I should have double checked that before I started my live or my whip and chat, but I think that's the deal. I definitely don't need any toolkits. So yeah, and I know a lot of us don't, but they're running low on boxes because a lot of these orders were huge. I mean, big orders, which is great. And there's been multiple orders. So they're kind of having to, you know, figure out, you know, how many orders someone did and try to combine them. And some of the packages have been really big. So I think they're running out of certain size boxes. But yeah, they're working on getting more toolkits, more boxes. So, but yeah, just be patient. If you have ordered from them, please, you know, just try to give them a little bit of patience. I'm going to try to do what I can, but it's probably going to be, I mean, like I said, it's 1,000 orders and it's just them, right? They don't have a group of people that are sitting there just shipping. It's just them and a couple other people. And yeah, so I will do what I can on Saturday and hopefully I can do a live for y'all. Again, make sure, you know, in comment, if you think that would be fun, let me know and hopefully I can make it work. And like I said, I'll have my mother-in-law with me. We're going to get to spend the day together, which is going to be really nice. I haven't seen her in a while. I'm so bad, y'all. She only lives probably about 20-25 minutes from us. And I don't see her as often as I probably should, or I would like to. But she's so sweet. She supports my channel and she always comes into my lives. And I really do love her. She's just amazing. And like I said, we have diamond painting in common. So I got to talk to her on Valentine's Day. I think it was. Yeah. So we chatted for a little bit. We video chatted. All right. So that's kind of the Craftably update. Like I said, going to work up there. I hope I can help them, you know, do what I can. And yeah, hopefully they can get some orders out. What else? And also, by the way, if you do use my, I am an affiliate. And if you do use my affiliate code, all my commissions are going to Craftably. I'm not collecting any commissions right now, but if y'all want to use a discount code, I think you can. I've been seeing some come through, but of course I'm not collecting them. But if y'all, I don't know if you can get a discount still using my code, but if you want to try it, you can. But don't worry about using my link or anything because I'm not collecting any commissions. So that's the least I could do is, you know, to help them out, you know, with everything. I didn't want to be getting any money from them. So I just want to help them out because they're just really good people. All right, so let's talk about Valentine's Day. Yes, the Valentine's Day, y'all. My husband was out of town, so y'all let me know, how was your Valentine's Day? It's kind of a weird holiday. I know a lot of people are like, nah, I don't celebrate it. I hate that day. And I kind of get it because it kind of does make you feel a certain way, or it can. If you are single or if you just broke up with someone, you know, it's kind of a weird holiday. And then even if you're married, you might have these expectations of like, you know, getting all these grandiose things and you don't get them and you're disappointed. It's just, I don't know, y'all. I'm not sure about Valentine's Day, but yeah. So my husband left to go out of town on Monday night and Valentine's was Tuesday. He had to fly to California for the week. And he comes home tonight, like I said, so that's good. But because he was leaving, we kind of exchanged gifts on Monday afternoon before he left, and after Lou got home from school. And let's see, so Saturday, he and my daughter Lou, my 10-year-old daughter Lou, they went to Sam's because he was going to buy some stuff for the Super Bowl. Oh, we didn't even talk about the Super Bowl. Oh yeah, let's talk about that in a second. Yeah, so they went to Sam's because he's like, you know, I need to get some food for Super Bowl. I'm going to get some stuff. I'm like, okay. Well, they come home from Sam's Club, and he had 24 roses, y'all. I was like, what? And a carrot cake from Sam's. I was like, what are you doing? I'm like, oh my gosh. He goes, honey, the roses were ridiculously cheap. That's why I got you two. He goes, it was insane how cheap they were. And he told me how much it was, and I forget, and I was like, what? I mean, it was crazy cheap. So sweet. He got me 12 red roses, which I put in a vase in the kitchen, and they're still looking good, which is awesome. And I haven't changed the water or anything. And then he got the other that he got. He goes, yeah, I figured you could put those in your craft room, and they're so pretty. Y'all might have seen them if you've noticed them in the live. I think it was in the live on Sunday. Yeah, you might have seen them in the background, but they're like yellow and red. They're so pretty. So I have those, and they're right next to me and they look so good. So yeah, he did good. And then carrot cake is my absolute favorite, which, speaking of, I've only had a few pieces of it and I need to freeze it because it's huge. It's like a big old log. I mean, a huge log of carrot cake, and it is so good. I've become like a carrot cake connoisseur. I've tried so many different carrot cakes from so many different places, and I'm trying to find like my favorite one. And I have to say, this one is way up there. What I liked about it is I don't like super sweet things. What I liked about it is it had the cream cheese frosting, but it was thin and it was layered through it was like 3 or 4 layers of that cream cheese. So it was like perfect. You got a little bit in every bite, but it wasn't like a huge blob on top. So good. And it's not dry. So yeah, I need to freeze some of that. My mother-in-law suggested it, and I'm like, that's a really good idea. So that way I can save it, and I can kind of just munch on it as I go. So yeah, they did that. Oh, I know what I was going to tell y'all. On Saturday, I told y'all in my live, but if you didn't catch it, I was going to tell the story real quick. So, I've been helping Saban with a de-stash because she's going to be having her shop closed, which is closed right now, to have some surgery. And so she did a de-stash, and I was trying to help her out. And I did a video to help her sell some of her paintings. Well, we had an awesome friend who donated some paintings, and one of them was one that Saban actually wanted. It's kind of confusing, but Karen Scott, who's awesome, she bought it for Saban, and so she's like, the proceeds go to Saban, and also the painting goes to her. I was like, okay. So I wrapped it up, had it all ready to go, and something was going on where I hadn't gone to the post office yet. So I took it out of my car and I put it in the garage, like on the shelf in the garage. Well, my husband saw it on Saturday or Friday. I think it was Friday or Saturday. He's like, you know what? What is this box over here? And I'm like, oh, it's a painting. I need to take it to the post office tomorrow. He's like, okay, I'm going to put it on top of your car so you don't forget. And he kind of told me, and I heard him, but I didn't. And I was like, okay. And I thought, whatever, that's kind of weird, but all right. And I kind of halfway heard him and was paying attention. So on Saturday, Lou wanted to take Ollie to PetSmart because Ollie is officially fully vaccinated and he's never been to PetSmart before. And we thought it'd be fun for him to like pick out a toy and just to get out for a little bit. So we went to PetSmart on Saturday morning. And as we're driving there, I look at her and I don't know what made me think about it, but I said to her, I'm like, did Dad, do you know what he did with that diamond painting? Because I didn't see it anywhere. And she goes, I saw him put it on top of your car. And I was like, oh shit. And then it dawned on me. I was like, he did tell me that he put it on top of my car. And y'all, he had put it on my car the day before this. We were out on Friday, I think it was. And I was like, oh no, oh no. We've already driven 15 miles. I was like, oh no. So she's like, what are you going to do? I was like, I don't know. We'll figure it out. Maybe it's in the garage somewhere. Maybe it fell off in the garage. We get home and I'm looking all over the garage and I can't find it anywhere. And I'm like, I got to tell my husband now and ask him where he put it. And if he tells me on top of my car, we are in trouble. I was like, oh no. So I go in the house. I'm like, hey honey, I'm like, where'd you put that diamond painting that you found in the garage? He goes, I put it on top of your car. I said, well, it's not there anymore. He goes, what? I was like, we just went to PetSmart and yeah, it's not there anymore. He goes, oh my gosh. I was like, I know, I'm going to backtrack. I'm going to go look for it. Maybe it fell off. And then, so he goes out in the driveway and he's looking and I'm looking out in the driveway and I'm looking in the street and we don't see it anywhere. Well, it was time for me to take Ryan, my oldest, my 17-year-old, to therapy. And so we go every Saturday and we were kind of running late. And I was like, okay, Ryan, we need to look for this diamond painting on the road as we're driving. He's like, what? I'm like, yeah, it's yay big. Brown paper, I wrapped it in brown paper. Just look for it, okay? I said, I'm going to go the same way that Lou and I went this morning. He's like, all right. So we're driving out of the neighborhood. I'm driving slow. I don't see it anywhere. I'm like, oh my gosh, how am I going to explain this to Saban, to Karen? What am I going to do? And I was starting to freak out. I was like, oh my gosh. So we pull out of our neighborhood and we pull onto a busy street. And we're driving, and as we're driving, I guess right when I had started picking up speed is where I would have started, on this highway, on this road. And I look over and there it is, y'all, right as I would have started picking up speed, it's right there in the middle of the street, crushed. I can see it. I can't stop. There's cars behind me and we're late for an appointment. And it was so sad. I just had to keep driving. I was like, what do I do? What do I do? You know, I was like, so I called my husband and I was like, honey, I'm like, I see it. And he's like, where is it? So I told him, I said, it's in the middle of the street. It's being ran over. I said, I can see it, but you know, he goes, I got it. I'll go and find it. Where is it? And so I told him exactly where it was. And so we're waiting as we're driving. And so he calls me, or no, he sends me a text message and it's a picture of Lou holding the box and one end of it's crushed. And she's like smiling, holding it. So I call him and I'm like, you found it? And he's like, yeah. He's like, it's a little crushed, but I think it's going to be okay. I was like, thank you so much. I'm like, was it dangerous? He's like, oh, you should have seen me. Cause y'all, it was in the middle of the 2 lanes. So he goes, yeah, I had to park. It was right outside the high school where the boys go to high school. And he's like, I had to run out in traffic and grab it and then run back. I'm like, oh my gosh, I wish I could have seen that. But so I couldn't wait to get home to look at it. And I showed y'all on my live on Sunday. I've already reshipped it, so I can't show you. But so Saban, you probably have gotten it by now. But y'all, this poor thing. But it survived, as one of my friends here, Christine, said, it survived a hit and run, y'all. The only thing that really got damaged was the toolkit. The tray, which, you know, Saban has plenty of toolkits. So I was like, okay, that's the worst of it. The box got a little crushed on one end, but the tray was totally crashed and crushed and like in pieces. What happened is the little toolkit bag popped, right? Because when it got ran over, it popped open, and on the end of it where it doesn't open, it got popped open, and then the dime painting pen, the little plastic pen, was crushed. The tray was crushed. But you know what's so weird? I was going through everything and trying to see what I could salvage, and there was no cover minder in there. Isn't that weird? No cover minder. That's what I was looking for, to see if I could, how that looked. And there's no cover minder. The baggies were fine. And like I said, I was able to, I pulled everything out on that live on Sunday because someone's like, how does it look? The sticker sheet's great. The dime painting's fine. You know, it is pliable, right? And it seemed like it just kept getting ran over like on just one end. And I opened it. I looked at it. The drills are great. So yeah, dodged a bullet. It would be funny to kind of tell Diamond Art Club that, you know, it survived that. So it was wrapped in plastic still. So that probably helped, you know, keep it kind of together. And it was wrapped in brown paper. But again, that box is amazing that they use. I didn't have an outer box. It was just the Diamond Art Club box with some brown craft paper on top of it and the clear plastic. But I was able to, I just took the brown paper off, reprinted the label. I was able just to kind of tape up the bottom of the box. So Saban, if you're listening, I hope it's not too bad. I did tell her what happened and she thought it was funny. And so I hope it's all good, but it looked like it was to me. And I wasn't going to send her the box. I was going to like just put it in like a tube or something, but I thought, you know what? The box is still okay. You know, it's just the end of it. So I was able to tape it and kind of resend it to her. So yes, it made its way. I hope it made it to her. But y'all, that poor baby got so, I was like, you are kidding me. This is not happening. This is not happening. Because Karen was very generous with her donation for that painting. So I would have felt just awful, you know, that, and it's one that is probably, I think it's sold out, you know, all those things. It's probably discontinued. It was the Tuxedo Cat. It's like the Christmas kitty. I think that's what it's called. But yeah, woo, y'all, so that happened on Saturday and I was like, oh no. And then Sunday, so we'll talk about the Super Bowl. That was a hot mess. I know probably y'all, some of it didn't watch it, don't care about football, but it's like a big thing here in the US. A lot of people are all into the commercials. That I was just there for the halftime show. Rihanna was amazing. Wow. She is so good. So good. I was loving it. It was funny because Lou, my 10-year-old, and her best friend, who's 11, were like all excited about the halftime show. And we were sitting there watching it and they didn't know any of the songs. And here Nate, my 16-year-old, and I were like singing to all the songs and like totally like dancing like into it. But I said, did you know any of those songs? She's like, no. I think she knew Umbrella, but that was about it. I'm like, wow, is Rihanna like, is that for like the older folks? Is she, I mean, she's been around for a while and she hasn't really come out with anything. Well, she has recently. That song, what's it, Lift Me Up? It's so good. I think that's the name of it. But yeah, she was amazing, y'all. So good. Yeah, so I was very, she's expecting her second baby, and I didn't know that, and I guess no one knew it until she, so I noticed she had a baby bump, but I thought it's because she just had a baby not too long ago, and I thought it was just from that. I didn't know she was expecting another baby. So yeah, but she was so good. So we did that. Where it turned into a hot mess was my husband. So we didn't have anybody coming over. We weren't having a Super Bowl party. You know, I was gonna have my live. You know, I hopped off at 5. You know, we just were on there for an hour because I wanted to, you know, help with any food. Cause this guy like loaded up with snacks. He bought little Smokies, those like little wieners, little hot dogs, and he wrapped about 50 of them in bacon and like brown sugar. And I'm like, what are you making all this food for? There's no one coming over. And then he made sliders, like little hamburgers, little sliders. He said, we're going to do pizza and we were going to do wings. I'm like, honey. And then Ryan, our 17-year-old, left to go to a Super Bowl party at his friend's house. So he wasn't here. So it was really just myself, my husband, Nate, and Lou and her best friend. Well, here it is 8 o'clock and we still haven't eaten anything except for some chip and guacamole. He had the little Smokies in the oven. They were taking forever. And then he wasn't feeling good and he had to go to the bathroom. It was just, so her friend left with no food. I felt so bad because she was telling her friend before Sunday, she was like, yeah, we're having a Super Bowl party. And her best friend's like, well, who's coming over? And she's like, well, nobody, but we're going to have like a lot of good food. Cause you know, her and my husband had gone to Sam's on Saturday and we're like loading up with a bunch of stuff, but it just didn't turn out and no one really ate anything. Yeah. Oh, he also made these, well, bless his heart. I mean, he was really just excited about football, but he got toothpicks and he made like little, what do you call them? Like little kebabs. He put a mozzarella ball, a piece of pepperoni rolled up, and a cherry tomato. Yeah. And no one ate those. So I felt so bad. And then he didn't feel good. He is gluten-free. And he thinks that maybe the little Smokies, like some little hot dogs, he was snacking on those before he was cooking, like maybe had gluten in them. So then at 8 o'clock, I'm like, can I help with anything? And he had the grill on. And so I ended up making the little sliders for him. But yeah, he wasn't feeling so good. So yeah, Super Bowl Sunday was, it was just a lot of work for like no one really eating anything, you know? But yet we didn't really have any skin in the game as far as like who was going to win. We didn't really care. But yeah, the Chiefs won. And yep, so that was football. So football's over. My house is a big football house. So there's always football on. But it's kind of nice to have like a little bit of a break, right? From football always being on. So yeah, so that was Sunday. What else, y'all? Oh, Mermaids and Magic. Let's talk about that for a second. So that is a diamond painting community event that I'm going to be hosting with Randy, my best friend, who is, you can call me Butter. And we're going to be hosting that in March. And I did the official announcement video on Tuesday. I put that out. And because we were having some questions and I just wanted everybody to kind of know if they were interested in joining, what they needed to have and all the deal. So yeah, just kind of put that video out. And very, very excited about that event. It's coming, y'all. It's coming up. So many people responded to that video and said that they're going to be participating, and they told me what paintings they're going to be working on. So it's going to be so fun. And it starts, like I said, March 1st. So we do have a Facebook group. We have an Instagram. There's a hashtag. So if you're interested in it and you haven't seen any information on it, please join us. And I'll link the announcement video down below. It's anything mermaids, obviously, and then anything that's magic, which is open to so many different paintings. So, we wanted to make it very, very broad and something that, anybody could just join and maybe not have to, purchase a painting. Maybe you've got one in your stash. So Yes, and we've got some amazing sponsors. So thank you to everybody that's, helping us out with that, and our mods, for the Facebook group. There's just so many people that have stepped up to help us with this. It is our second time to do it. We did it last year and it was really fun. So yeah, we're ramping up for that and really, really looking forward to that. And then something else that's coming up is a diamond painting. Well, not a diamond painting, but a crafting retreat that I'm going to be going to. I went last year. I've only been to one retreat and it's been that one. I went to a Craftably retreat, but it was just like a day, but an overnight retreat. It's end of February. So it's coming up, y'all. It's next Thursday. Wow. It's really coming up. Is it a week from today? Oh my, I need to get my stuff together. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So I get to meet, a lot of folks that I've never met before in real life. So I'm really excited about that. And, it is, let's see, the 23rd through the 26th. So I definitely won't be going live that day because I'll be, probably coming back from the retreat on Sunday, sometime Sunday. So yeah, it is in Hillsboro. So it's about an hour from me. And one of my friends is coming in on Wednesday. Well, a lot of folks are coming in the day before, but Carly, who's coming in the day before, I'm going to be picking her up from the airport on Wednesday afternoon. So I can't wait to meet her and I pick her up, and then she's staying at a hotel near my house nearby, and hopefully we can maybe have dinner with Randy and the other folks that are coming in. We've got Berta and Karen and Cheryl. I get to meet Tima. So there's a lot of people coming in, and hopefully we'll get to do maybe dinner that night, the night before the retreat starts. And then Thursday morning, I'm going to pick up Carly from her hotel, and we're going to head off to the retreat Thursday morning. So yeah, I can't believe that's a week from now. So it was so funny. Yesterday, the mailman dropped off a huge package at my door. And I was like, I didn't order anything. What is this? And y'all, I'm not kidding you. It's probably about, 40, 50 pounds. It's really, really heavy. And on the box, it says perishable, live seafood. I was like, what the hell is this? Who ordered seafood? And how long has it been sitting on my porch? So I look on the label and it's from Berta. Now Berta lives in Alaska. And I was like, did Berta send me some seafood? And what? I was so confused. Well, I'd forgotten for a second that Berta and I had talked last week, I think it was, and she told me that she was going to be shipping a box to me to bring to the retreat. So it's goodies, it's her stuff. And I'm just putting it in my car and bringing it with me. But I was like, what? So I sent her a message and I'm like, girl, you had me freaking out for a minute. And my kids too. They came in the house and saw a big old box that said live seafood. And I said, you had me thinking that you had sent me some fish. And she's like, no, it's the only box I could find. But she is so sweet. I think it's, I'm not sure what it is. I haven't opened, it's not mine to open, but she's, some folks bring, little goodies for everybody and little, so yeah, I think she did something for everybody. So really, really excited. And she's so sweet. So I can't wait to see what's in that box because it's heavy. So I got that. And then when I go to Craftably on Saturday, I'm picking up Tima's order that she ordered from Craftably from their sale, and Cheryl's. And I'm going to bring those to the retreat for them so they don't have to pay for shipping. Craftably doesn't have to ship those out to them. So yeah, I'm going to have a car full of stuff. They're also doing they did it last year too, like a de-stash table, like a freebie table. And last year I just kind of collected some of my budget kits that I had, got from some budget companies to review, and some other stuff and things that I know I was never going to get to. And even some cross stitch stuff that I was like, I had good intentions, but I was like, am I really going to do this? And I brought some stuff. And this year I haven't really looked through my stuff. I don't know if I have anything, but I might grab a few paintings to add to the freebie table. And then I think some folks are going to be maybe even selling some stuff. So yeah, I'm not planning on bringing anything. It's going to be enough work as it is just to pull myself together and get my own crap together, like my own painting. The plan is, I think, I'm just kind of playing it by ear, but I think I'm going to be able to bring this one. But I'm worried. I don't know how much diamond painting I'm going to get done. And so I don't know if I'm actually going to be, because I have, let's see, I've got half of this row still, and then I have 2 more rows. And I'm like, okay, I still have another week. So I definitely will bring this to finish. And then if for some crazy reason I do finish this, I kind of feel like I need to bring another painting to have, you know, just in case, right? In case I do finish this, because I definitely don't want to be without anything, but I also don't want to bring too much. So I'm trying to decide, like, you know, and then I've got my Mermaids and Magic painting that I showed in my announcement video that I'm gonna be doing. I'm doing a Muni Maid, Deity of Dawn. It's a mermaid, of course, and I need to kit that up still. And I thought, okay, do I want to kit that up and start working on that? Because it doesn't have to be a new start. So I was like, but do I really want to bring a whole new dice? I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to bring. Yeah. And then of course I need to pack, like, there was a Zoom call last Saturday to kind of talk about the retreat for everybody to kind of get all the information. And yeah, it was good reminders of what to bring, you know, because it's a no frills. They do feed you meals, but if you want snacks and drinks and all that stuff, you have to bring, you know, your own stuff. So I kind of have to thinking about my packing list, and I have to maybe start packing. The good thing is I'm not flying. So, you know, I don't have to worry about, I can pretty much bring what I want in my car, whatever will fit. And then of course, Carly's going to have her stuff, and yeah, we should be able to make it work. I've got to figure out, so I have an electric vehicle, and this retreat is out in the middle of nowhere. It's in the boonies, y'all. I remember from last year. I mean, there's like cows around it. There's not much. And so I have to, and it's about, I don't remember, I think it's about an hour away, maybe a little over an hour from where I live. And so I don't think I'm going to have to charge my car halfway there and make sure it's fully charged, because it's going to be sitting there in the parking lot. I don't plan on going anywhere. Last year, I didn't drive anywhere. There was a few people that went shopping and like went into town, you know, maybe to get drinks or snacks or, you know, go craft shopping. I went last year with Kara, and we went on a little drink run, little liquor store run, which was fun. Speaking of Kara, who is the principal painter here on YouTube, and you probably already know who she is, but we are going to be roomies. Yes, at the retreat. She's my roommate. So I just found that out. And she didn't know, and I mentioned to her in a text message. She's like, oh, that's so cool. So, you know, I don't, yes, I know her, but I don't know her that well. So I think we're gonna get to know each other better, right? I mean, we're gonna be sleeping together. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. She's super sweet. I have met her a few times because she does live in Texas. She's in Houston though, so she's not super close to me, but I've met her. She did this retreat last year, the Hillsborough one, and we got to hang out. We didn't sit next to each other, but we were near each other. And then, you know, I've seen her at Craftably before, a couple Craftably events. So yeah, I get to see Kara again, and some other folks that were there last year. So really looking forward to it. Maybe that's what I need, you know, to kind of just snap out of this, y'all. But so yeah, I need to kind of start thinking about what I'm going to be bringing. I mean, it's pretty low key, like very low key. I mean, it's, you know, last year, you know, people were in their pajamas, and, you know, I brought my slippers, and yeah, and I brought my, you know, my wine, got my wine tumbler, and I had my coffee tumbler, brought some coffee, but they really load you up with all the stuff you need. They have a refrigerator, and you just kind of, you know, yeah, bring what you want and bring snacks, but the food was so good. Oh my gosh, it was like down home cooking, and desserts, it was so good. Yeah. So speaking of retreats, which we need to figure that out still. On my live week before last, it came up because a lot of people will ask about retreats and try to like find out like, where do I get the information? And I don't think there's a central location of like for retreat information, which I think there needs to be. And a lot of people were interested in it, but I need to find out where we're at with that and see if I can help in some way. But there is a retreat, a bigger retreat in June, and I'm on the wait list. And I found out day before yesterday that I'm like number 5 now on the wait list. So maybe, and it's in June, and I think it's in Ohio, and I might make it. We'll see. You know, I don't know. It could go either way right now. So I'm just kind of, you know, waiting, and I hope, you know, if I do get in, I find out, you know, in advance and not like right before, because I don't know if I can make that work. Because I already told myself, I said, you know, if I do find out, you know, like let's say a week before, I won't be able to swing that, you know, with my kids and dogs and my husband and everything. So I don't know. We'll see. You know, who knows? I know some people, you know, sign up and then for whatever reason, you know, they can't go. So we'll see. But I already told Randy, you know, because Randy's on the wait list too. And I said, I'm not going without you. So now she said she's going to go without me. Y'all see how she is, right? But I said, I'm not going to go without you. So if you don't get on the list, because she got an email too. So, but I think she's ahead of me. And if she gets in, great. But, you know, if I get in and she doesn't for some reason, which I think she's ahead of me, so that wouldn't make sense. But, so hopefully, because Randy and I have never taken a trip together. We've never traveled together. So I don't know, wouldn't that be fun for us to like go hang out together at a retreat and then meet other folks? So yeah, I really wanted her to go to this retreat in Texas, but so she's gluten-free as well as, you know, my husband is. And, you know, she's got to really be careful with what she eats. And she was worried about the food, and I get it. You know, she would have had to bring, and I'm sure they would have, you know, for any dietary, you know, things, they would have, you know, maybe, you know, made some, you know, things for her, but she didn't want to be a pain in the butt, and I get it. And when you have a allergy like that, and, you know, it's hard. And so she didn't want to have to like bring all her own food. So I get it. Yeah, but I hope we get to have dinner with her, you know, so cause some folks wanted to be able to see her while they were in town. Yeah, so a lot of stuff coming up. Yep. And now that I'm talking about it all, I'm like, okay, you know, things are all right. Things are going to be okay. And that's what I want to tell you guys. You know, I'm thinking of you. I know I'm not alone. And that really makes me feel better, knowing that, you know, we have each other. And I have a tendency to, you know, kind of just, you know, Randy calls me the vault. And it's true. I kind of just clam up a little bit and I don't know what to say. And I don't want to burden anybody with my problems, you know. But sometimes it's nice just to talk, you know. Sometimes that's all we need is just someone to listen. So if I can be that person for y'all, reach out and, you know, hopefully I can help you. And if not me, you know, reach out to a friend, you know, they don't have to be near you physically, just, you know, video chat a friend and maybe diamond paint for a little bit. Or like I said, self-care, for me, that's huge. Just the fact that I got dressed, you know, and brushed my teeth. And like I said, you know, shower. And just for me, that's some of the basic stuff that I kind of let go. And I think it can make a big difference, you know, sleep, you know, eating, you know, taking your medicine, all those things. So everyone take care of themselves, okay? And we will get through this, you know, the seasons of, you know, ups and downs. So yeah, I think that's it. I don't remember if I had anything else to catch y'all up on. So I'll let you know about this weekend. I'll, you know, put a community post out if I decide not to go live on Sunday. I'll let y'all know. And I'm hoping that I can make Saturday's live work from my phone, from Craftably. So I think that would be fun. I mean, I don't know how easy it would be. Because I want to make sure I'm working, you know. I don't want to be like farting around with y'all. I mean, I love you guys, but I need to be like working, you know. So I'm like, is that going to be a distraction? I don't think it would be. And Crafty was like totally up for it. They were like, yeah, you should. So I'll talk to them and, you know, we'll see. But I think that would be fun. But I almost think I want to do it this weekend because the more I was talking about it with y'all, I don't think I'm going to be live the following weekend, if that's right, because I'll be at the retreat. And I don't want to miss 2 weekends. So we'll see. We will see. Okay. So yeah, let me, you know, let y'all go. Like I said, I got to process this video. I told myself I need to go to Costco today, get out of the house and actually, you know, get something done and feel, you know, I think it'll make me feel better. After I did the dishes, I did feel better because the dishes were so gross in the sink. That's another thing, just maybe doing like a little chore, you know, and just accomplishing something for just a few minutes to go, okay, now that's done. And it just made me feel better because it was bothering me. So that's all the advice I have, y'all. I hope I was able to help you. I love you guys so much. And I just can't thank you enough for, you know, everything that y'all bring to my life. Yeah. Y'all, I love you. I do, you guys. Okay, I'm not going to get mushy. I already did. Okay, so what else? I think that's it. Where are we at? Oh, look at that. 59 minutes. We're good, y'all. We're good. So I'm going to finish, I think, my toast. It looks kind of gross now, but maybe I will. Yeah. So cheers to y'all. Yep. I love you guys. And if you have enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up. They really do help. And then if you have not subscribed, please subscribe. I would love to have you. It is free. There's just a subscribe button down below. Click on that. And if you've already clicked on the subscribe button, you've been back to see me. Thank you so much, you guys, for your continued support. I could not and would not be doing this if it wasn't for you. So y'all give me so much and enriched my life with so many things. So I just want to make sure that, you know, I never forget to thank you for that, and, you know, appreciate you guys being here. And I love this community. So, and I love our little group that we have here. So what else? Yeah, I think that's it. So I'll do all the YouTube-y things, you know, like, subscribe, click the bell, thumbs up. Yep. All right. I'm going to get out of here. I'm just going to, like I said, post this up on my computer and let it process. And hopefully y'all will get this this afternoon. So, okay. Wish me luck at Costco. I don't like going, but I got to, y'all. All right. Love you so much. And y'all take care of yourselves, and I will see you hopefully this weekend. Okay? All right. Bye, guys.